Hello, I'm Amy Blaylock. Welcome to City Hall this week. The City Council is considering its options regarding street conditions and how to maintain them at current levels. Council members received an update on the condition of Durham streets, as well as potential approaches to maintenance during their December 18th work session. There are currently 262 miles of streets in good condition, 240 miles in satisfactory condition, 143 miles in fair condition, 55 miles in poor condition, and 3 miles in very poor condition. That's a big improvement over where they were a decade ago, before a series of voter-approved bonds enabled them to be brought to their current condition. If the city wants to maintain that standard on both the most traveled streets and neighborhood streets, it will take about $40.4 million over the course of a decade. On the opposite end of the spectrum, a $13.6 million investment over 10 years lets neighborhood streets return to the condition they were in before recent improvements. To put it in perspective, $1 million is allotted in this year's budget for repaving projects. One option council members are considering is whether to create a special tax earmark that allots a set percentage of property tax revenue to street work. Unfortunately, when Mother Nature decides to pull a punch, the condition of our streets temporarily falls out of anyone's control. But as this past week's brush with wintry weather proved, our road crews are ready to spring into action to make sure that our streets are safe and passable. 45 trucks outfitted with plows and spreaders were ready to hit the streets overnight and into the morning hours on January 14th. Crews spread salt and sand on bridges, overpasses, and streets as quickly as possible to minimize the problems caused by the hazardous conditions. The Public Works Department does want to remind residents and property owners of what they can do to keep themselves safe when bad weather strikes. Stay off the roads if at all possible. Drive very slowly and carefully if you do have to be out. Park cars off the street or highway to let salt and sand spreaders pass with ease. And treat intersections with malfunctioning traffic lights as four-way stops and proceed with caution. The money is now available to build sidewalks along a portion of Avondale Drive. The city will use federal funds to build the sidewalks between Roxboro Road and Geer Street. While there is some existing sidewalk along Avondale Drive, the project will add segments to close gaps, increase connectivity to bus stops and neighborhoods, and bring the sidewalk up to current accessibility standards. Approximately $153,000 in local funding will go toward the project. Drivers of electric vehicles will soon have access downtown to a DC fast charger. Thanks to a public-private partnership with the city, Brightfield Transportation Solutions will install the high-speed charger in a 10-space lot on Chapel Hill Street at Ramsar Street. The charger can charge a vehicle to 80% in less than an hour. It will be available to the public around the clock, and drivers will need to pay to use the station. If you've never been to Durham's Waste Disposal and Recycling Center, you may not be familiar with all this facility has to offer. We'll answer the most frequently asked questions about this important service when City Hall This Week continues. Welcome back. The East Durham Recreation Center will soon serve the community in a new way. Located on Harvard Avenue, the city-owned facility will be leased to the East Durham Children's Initiative. The group will use the center to house a preschool that will operate from September through May. During the summer months, Durham Parks and Recreation will provide a summer day camp there. The East Durham Children's Initiative will not be charged a monthly rent in return for providing programming on behalf of the city. The Solid Waste Management Department is continuing to answer your frequently asked questions. This week, we're focusing on the city's Waste Disposal and Recycling Center, which is located at 2115 East Club Boulevard.
What's located at 2115 East Club Boulevard are the following sites. We have a compost site which handles yard waste. We have a tipping floor which receives the commercial loads of city trash, residential trash. We have a convenience center which the customers hand unload. We have a household hazardous waste center which has been newly renovated and state-of-the-art. And then finally we have a swap shop.
Are there any fees associated with bringing waste materials to the center?
There are fees associated with bringing trash. There are fees associated with bringing yard waste materials, and those fees are listed on our website. We have other incidental fees for tires and things like that. And what I would really encourage everyone to do is to go to the website, look at the fees, get familiar with them, and then when you come, we'll be charging whatever that fee is for whatever you're bringing, and we will hold a deposit. You'll go dump and you'll come back and weigh out. And we do this so that we can ensure that what you're dumping is adequate and accurate, and that we charge the correct rates and fees.
What exactly is household hazardous waste?
Household hazardous waste are those items that we normally use around the house, such as old latex paint, gasoline, used motor oil. A lot of people change their oil in the driveway. Antifreeze, old gasoline, pesticides, solvents. And you can bring these items to us for proper disposal, because household hazardous waste basically are those items that will cause damage to the environment if not disposed properly.
What can be brought to the swap shop?
The swap shop is a building located at the convenience center at our waste disposal site. And what it is a place where people can bring usable items such as books, working equipment, furniture, desk, chairs, file cabinets, any type of item that's usable in great condition. However, we discourage people from bringing actual bedding such as mattresses and things like that, and used clothing for health reasons. And this service is free, and you can pick things up as you deposit. So it's really a great idea to recycle. You do not have to drop things off and pick up at the same time. You can come and drop things off, or you can come and pick things up, or you can do both.
Is there someone there to help me unload my belongings, and is there a charge?
We have attendants that are on duty, and their primary job is to guide and direct customers to the proper areas. Of course, we will service and help anyone that needs help, but customers are encouraged to bring someone to help them unload, because if they come and one of our attendants are busy assisting someone else, then you will have the assistance there, but we'll get to you as needed.
To find out more about the center, contact Durham One Call at 919-560-1200 or visit the city's website. That does it for City Hall this week. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. You can also find us on demand on Durham Television Network's webpage and on YouTube. Thank you for joining us.